Hello and welcome to my channel Content Rebel 9. Today's subject I'm going to cover is, does Star Wars need a reboot? Now, the whole movie franchise side of things. And I actually think it does. How many times are we going to get the same old films remastered? And I was very disappointed with the prequels as well. Not so much with the third film, Revenge of the Sith, but the first two I was quite disappointed about. First of all, let's go through the first film, The Phantom Menace. That was an absolute piss poor of a film. Anyone who's seen it has got to agree. Come on, lads, come on, and girls. You had what Lucas did with that film was he was trying. You should understand it from one perspective, business perspective. You go out and you try and get new fans. But what he did was he went for the under 5 market, and obviously for us fans who have been brought up on Star Wars, during the 80s it was big. I had all the toys, the proper toys as well. I had the AT-ATs and the Millennium Falcon, the Stormtroopers, all that, and it was a slap in the face to pretty much every fan who has sort of followed it since the 80s. Watched the cartoons and the spin-offs and the old ones like the Ewok cartoons, if any of you remember it. And I don't know, the film was absolutely piss poor. I think the whole story behind it, the way that they met Anakin, it was terrible. I think he just completely fucked it up. Excuse my language, but that's what he did. The only good thing about The Phantom Menace was the scenes with Senator Palpatine. That was the only decent bit, because you just saw this sinister guy who is slowly, who's playing the puppet master, if you will, and those were the only scenes. Were the scenes with Senator Palpatine. Those were the only good scenes. The rest of it was absolute crap. I mean, that battle scene where you had the droid army against the Gungans. I mean, what the fuck are the Gungans armed with? What are they armed with? It was actually a piss poor battle. It was terrible to watch. The lightsaber scenes were not too bad, but it still doesn't recover the fact that the film was a bit pants, and the beginning of the film as well. It was a little bit airy, in my opinion, a bit airy fairy. It's like, well, really? Really? You can't really believe it, really? And then, the second film, Attack of the Clones. Again, the only decent bits were Senator Palpatine again. So you just see the old puppet master there. And maybe like the scene where you see Anakin sort of turn into the dark side of it, where he just goes off, kills those Tusken Raiders. You saw a little bit of it, but still, they tried to find a bit of a love interest there, which I can't really understand. Because when in the first film, when they met Anakin, he was like 8 years old, and now, what is he, 16? So how old was Padme? Padme's got to be at least, say, 20. So, if she was 20, what, did she fancy this little boy? That's a bit of paedophilia there, isn't it? And let's just say, right, he's 8, and in the Attack of the Clones he's 16, so that makes Padme 28. 28 with a 16-year-old? Really? I don't know, mate. I really don't. I don't understand that one. So the one redeeming thing about Attack of the Clones is the ending. It's that big battle. We see all those Jedi's attacking the droid army, and the end bit where you see the clones attacking as well. Those the pre-stormtroopers. That was good. So whenever I watch that film, I just skip to that bit because that's the only decent bit of the film. And now we get on to Revenge of the Sith. I don't know about Revenge of the Sith. There's some, I loved it. I've watched it a couple of times. I went to cinema a couple of times to watch it. I watched it on DVD. But I don't know, the way he just turned to the dark side and he just betrayed the Jedi, that was good. But I still feel that there was something missing. I don't know what. Don't ask me what I feel like was missing. But I did feel like something was missing from that film to make it the all-time best Star Wars film. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. But whenever I've watched that film, and at the end of it, I always feel like there's something missing. There is definitely something missing. So let's go back to the reason. So those are some of the reasons why he should go back. He should just go back there just to make up for films 1 and 2. Because he just made the first film completely for kids. The second film, it was like half and half. And the third film, he sort of did it for the hardcore fans. But I still think he has to do some more Star Wars films. Not obviously go back and redo the prequels like he's currently doing remastering and putting extra scenes and all that. No, that's bullshit. That's not going to work. But I don't know. Like he's got to do some new films. I would like to see something during the early stages of Rebellion or something, sort of that period between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. Maybe a TV series. Maybe that'll be decent because the TV series, the Clone Wars, the kids cartoon one, animation one or CGI one. It's that is pretty good. I'll watch it. That is pretty good. He's actually made a decent effort there. It's a bit, in places, it's a bit adult-y, to be honest. A bit adult subjects, but that's what I like. I like that. That's pretty good. But, maybe not some films during the Rebellion period would be nice, or a TV series during that period. I don't think I want to see a film post Return of the Jedi. If you're going to do a post Return of the Jedi, it's got to be like 100 or 200 years after the event. What I'd like to see is a prequel to the prequels, if you will. The days of the early Republic. How the Republic came about. Because, that's what some of the games that have come out recently. You got Knights of the Old Republic, that MMO game. That deals with that sort of side of the... I think that, it does deal with that side of the history of the Republic. The old early Sith Republic wars, Sith Jedi wars. That's what I like. That's what I like to see, and I think a lot of fans would like to see as well. So, Lucas, get off your arse, mate. Start, doing a script for these prequel films. Stop doing the that film, was it Red Tails, about the Tuskegee Airmen, I think it was. And moaning the fact you couldn't get funding for that. You didn't get funding for that, mate, because it weren't too long ago. I think probably in early 90s, that there was already a film made of the Tuskegee Airmen, and I think I'm pronouncing that right anyway. I doubt if I am. There was already a film made by that. I think it starred Lawrence Fishburne. I think Denzel Washington was in that as well. So a film's already done about that. Listen, mate, get on to the prequel films. That's where the money is. Forget about Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is gone, mate. I saw that full film. What was it? Can't remember the name, but it was crap, mate. You try and find some Nazis in there. Some communists in there. Sorry, they're not the same as the Nazis. They're not as horrible and evil, and they're not as good. The commies are not as good baddies as like some guy in an SS uniform. I'm sorry, it just don't work, mate. It just don't work. And it was absolute kind of, and it was pants. The ending was cack. I understood the whole thingy about it, because there is these theories that aliens did visit us in the past, and that gave us our society, ancient society. But come on, mate, that was a bit piss poor. Was it the Crystal Maze or something? The Crystal Dome? I don't know. Yeah, mate. So that's my opinion. If you do have an opinion, please leave them in the comment section. And cheers, guys, and thanks for watching. And I shall see you all later. Bye, bye.